you know, that saves you, actually having to dry them yourself. In the kitchen, there's some music that she's playing on the stereo, as she is just going about the house, grabbing some clothes that are like, need to be put in the wardrobe, just doing your average stuff, as she is singing, and along with the music, smoking cigarettes in the meanwhile, just doing basic housekeeping dirty stuff, the shit that needs to be done.
There is a knock at the door.
Okay. um so is that like the doorbell, like down below, I presume, because like
No, it
Terry's.
is basically the
Oh,
apartment door.
okay. Okay, that's weird because you normally need a key to get like to the stairs, but yeah, Terry will go over, um and is just opening the door slightly. Yeah. Hello.
You do see Jerrig. He remains with his armor on.
Okay.
May he says, "Hello, Terry. I have come to talk, if you don't mind talking."
um sure, you really seem to be dressed for the occasion to talk. Is everything all right? She does open the door further, so you can come in. Don't hear the
He
motion. Ah, there you are.
nods, and my internet is fucking stupid and retarded, so therefore I couldn't just respond immediately.
It's
Um,
okay.
he nods and he says, he comes in, lowers his head to enter. Says,
You want
"I'm
something to drink,
very
like
sorry.
coffee or tea?
No, no, I'm very sorry for what happened to Alistair, Terry. I wish there was something we could have done to save him."
Yeah, thanks.
I
It's not your fault or anyone's fault.
I should have thought that there could have been poison in the weapons, and we could have searched the weapons. I should have been more careful.
It's yeah. I could have, like, I should have stayed with him. Like, I shouldn't have left. It's not it's not on you.
The he's still like on his feet. He doesn't eat it on the left, and he says, "Now I am given the responsibility to lead a war that I don't know how to."
Of course you know how to. I mean, who else could do it? Like, but you.
It's not about who; it's about how it is very hard to do this without loss of life, and many loss of life, not just normal. I am And he takes a deep breath. Roll me perception empathy.
Okay. I did actually have my sheet up and the Discord up, so you can be proud of me now. Perception, empathy. What's my empathy? That's my empathy. That is 3 successes.
He does seem to be conflicted. And he does want to maybe share, but he is having a hard time to decide.
Look, why don't you just sit down and we can talk about it? I mean, you have more experience at war stuff than I do, but I'm willing to listen. You know that.
I don't know if I should tell you or not. I am just not sure. It's There's another reason why I came here today.
Oh, okay. Well, at least sit down.
No,
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I'm.
She lights up another cigarette, but she is going to stand near the window so that smoke kind of goes outside.
Mm-hmm. I see that you're still smoking.
I mean, one vice at a time.
I am in a block of not understanding how the Tulane can be defeated. I am not sure if I need to find a solution for this.
I'm not sure if we can really defeat them. Like, we can drive them away from Long Island, sure, but they're not just in Long Island, aren't they? I mean, I want to help. I want to make sure that Alistair's death is not for nothing, and all the other deaths.
The
But yeah, you know, go on.
I will. I know an entity in the dreaming. It is a creature of old that sometimes knows answers for a price, of course.
I
I
mean,
will go near it today. But before I go, I wanted to say that you're not alone and being unable to move on.
uh, wait, what? Like, that was a sudden shift in topic, and Terry did not expect that.
I don't know if I will come back today or what I will have to sacrifice. So I didn't want you to not know how I felt as well.
Oh,
But I want to take things slowly, Terry. I don't want to just drink in one night and enter a thing
I get it. S- I didn't expect this at all, really. Um, but thank you. Yeah, but if you're going into the dreaming,
He
like
nods.
you're gonna take people with you, right? Please don't tell me you
No,
go alone.
that was my plan. It is my plan. I don't want other Fleming Falcons or my friends or any soldiers to risk their life for my incompetence.
It's, you're not incompetent. Seriously. Let me come.
And we'll be back in it.
You're not ordering me. I'm
Okay.
asking you. Okay?
It will be very dangerous to go.
I been in significant situations where it was pretty dangerous. I mean, fuck, I was in Thelaine Freold on my own, scouting that place. So
Terry, this is going to be the far dreaming. Pardon, the deep dreaming. This is not a joke. I can't
I'm not
risk
joking.
you.
Then why do you expect me to do the same?
Jarek doesn't have a clever answer for that.
Besides, if it's between you, the new Knight Commander of New York, and me, a simple bartender who happens to dabble a little bit in sorcery, I think it would be better if you came back. Like, I'm not saying that I would just, but you shouldn't do this on your own. And I'm pretty sure that other people feel the same way. I'm pretty sure if you would tell this to Bruma, Porthos, sorry, even Carthia, like all of them would probably agree with me. And I think you should ask them if it's so dangerous.
I
But
won't.
that's your decision.
I made a mistake coming here.
Please. Look, if you really don't want me to come along, I won't. But worst case scenario, I could get us out, and you know that. Or I could get us to a safe place.
He nods. Then you should take your equipment with you.
Yeah,
But
sure.
also, you will have to give me an oath that whatever you see in this journey, you're not going to tell it to anyone.
Okay.
Whatever you see or you hear,
That's quite something, but I swear on, well, I don't know, on the dreaming that no words of what will happen. on our journey will be passing my lips. I won't tell anyone.
The dreaming does hold you to that as you feel the oath, and the dreaming heard your oath. And Jarek, for the first time, smiles to Terry in a very warm way. Then I'm waiting, Terry.
Yeah,
Let's do this together.
she smiles back, still slightly confused, but she smiles back and go into the wardrobe and grab her fey mail, her knife, which is basically all the equipment she has, and then she's going to make sure that she's bringing a. Actually, I think what. Shit, I didn't blue book whether my spring would. Oh no, no, of course that it wasn't effective anymore. So she'll just look around what she has in the kitchen. She's probably like, a passion fruit liquor, which is like almost sickeningly pink, and she's gonna add some orange juice to it and some mint syrup, as this is basically her own like kind of simple but nice twist on uh, just a quick mixed drink. Just she hands a very tiny glass, like just enough that it is basically that you get the taste in your mouth. And she hands that to Jarek, takes one for
Jarek
herself.
shakes his hand and he I don't need it.
It's just for healing.
I don't need it.
Oh, okay. Um, well, okay, fine. In that case, Terry will, drink it all on her own. Like, also just a tiny bit. Like, she's not planning to get drunk. Um, that is.
Roll me your roll me your spring
Mm-hmm.
and Fey.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of successes.
Mm-hmm.
4. He takes a long parchment from his armor. There's a place in his armor where he keeps these things, and he signs one of the places, and then he gives one to Terry. Can you sign here? As he points with his finger.
She's looking at the paper. Like, does it say anything?
No,
What am I signing for?
this is a this is for teleportation.
Ah, okay. I didn't know you could do that. Awesome. And yeah, she'll sign uh, on the appointed place.
He says, "I can't do it. It is something that is I got from the Trade Federation, the Freehold." And
Ah,
he starts to burn the paper. When it's fully burned, he looks at her and says, "Hold my arm. You're going to teleport together."
and she nods and step forward and doesn't take his arm but takes his hand.
He also takes her hand and smiles when she does it. Then immediately she finds herself in front of a weird place that looks a bit strange. Like, what the fuck is this place? The the place looks like an old temple, and basically Jared shows her and says, "This is one of the places in Kingdom of Grass. No, sorry, Kingdom of Willows. It's one of our place. Recently, someone got murdered here. There were intruders. My squire is
Oh,
trying to find who, or my old squire. There's an old friend here who used to keep this place protected. Is one of those places that me and my friends find holy. And I say holy, changeling holy, not religious
mm-hmm.
holy. It is
Nah,
a place
get
of
it.
power. Not everyone understands it, but he kind of like approaches to the entrance and says, "It is I, Jared." And she sees that the trod actually opens.
Pretty cool. Terry is gonna walk up and it's like, can I just, do I need to say my name as well, or is that
No,
just you? Okay.
should be entered in.
Yeah.
I think Terry should say, "Oh no," because she's a puka, you know?
Sorry. Absolutely not. I think it's better to turn around and, have a drink in the bar.
He
She
smiles again.
grins.
She does what?
She grins.
And then he enters to the trod. The It's a very strange place that Terry finds herself in. It looks very warm. A good summer day. The mountain at the distance is quite beautiful.
Uh-oh.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Mm-hmm. It just went weird again, but
Yeah, we have
there's a
lost you
mountain in the
after.
distance.
Yeah, that's where I lost you.
Mhm. Mountain at the distance is quite beautiful. There is some things there that you can't see. And then while they're walking, Jarek says, "This is meant as an understanding that the beautiful things takes time to walk to."
I mean, I guess they're not wrong. I mean, although at the other hand, I could say that sometimes good things are like right in front of you, but getting to them might take some time.
Yeah, that's exactly the meaning of this place actually. No matter where it is, sometimes it takes time and effort to go to a beautiful place.
Yeah, I get that.
But if we are holding hands again, Terry. I think we should come clean to each other.
About what?
We have a very, about everything, we have a very strange opportunity. You made a promise that whatever you learn in this, you made an oath, whatever you learn, it is going to remain with you. I trust that you're not going to tell anyone, even become an oath breaker like Deadlaugh. So ask what you want to ask, Terry.
I'm not quite sure if I want to ruin the moment. Is that bad? Like, there's stuff between you and me, and there are things that I find hard to understand. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes,
You said you wanted to take things slow. Does that mean that you do want to try?
I am incapable of moving on from you, as I said. I
That's
thought that
the,
our relationship was not going anywhere. But that doesn't mean that we can't walk to a beautiful thing together, like we do now. But I'd
yeah.
rather take things slowly.
No, that's I understand, and that's fine. I I don't think it's a good thing to rush back into things, but I want to say thank you for being willing to try. I didn't expect it. You, I thought you kind of did move on.
I am not gonna lie, I didn't like what you did with Maven, or what you told to her.
I would you believe me if I tell you that I fucked up. I she she misinterpreted what I said. I think she did that deliberately. And on hindsight, yeah, I should have known that she would have done something like that because she's
She's an
been doing
Ilunid.
that the entire time.
She's an Ilunid. That's what Ilunids do. All of them.
Yeah,
I have learned to trust you.
I felt terrible about what she did because honestly, I just wanted to I wanted to tell her that she should back off and that the Unseelie and the way they treated you that had been wrong, that was wrong. And she took that and just twisted it around so that she could use it, and that was stupid of me.
Maven's time will come, Terry. She underestimates me. She puts me in this position to make me fail.
I know you won't fail. It's yeah, like I don't always agree with your methods, and I think that sometimes all of you guys, like, you know, I worry sometimes about how you view things. But I didn't like what she did either. It's like sometimes, and I actually realized that you never said that you would keep things to ourselves here, but well, whatever. Sometimes I think we would be better without nobles and their own agendas and the need to, squabble with each other. I guess that's just, I guess if you that amongst commoners, that's exactly the same, but well,
There's always those who lead and those who follow. People have never had the power, but only the illusion of the power. And here is a secret: they don't want it. Sometimes the responsibility is too great to bear. You yourself, you take responsibility when it suits you, Terry.
hmm, I agree. I never claimed to be a leader or wanted to be one.
I just want to do what's right. I find myself in a position of leadership thanks to that one.
I want to do what's right as well, but I think that it will never be right because everybody has a different view of what's right and what's wrong. And that's
That
why
is
there's
quite true.
conflict.
The conflict is hurting. People will say that they know what's right and then go make deals with Tulane. Intentions is they do matter, but the all we need as the Flaming Falcons is the world to be exactly the way it is, because that's where we triumph.
But
Okay,
why
what was
would you?
the
Hmm? Hey, are you back?
I am gonna.
Ah, there you are. Oh, no.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. What was the last thing you heard?
I think you just finished your entire sentence because the words, well, where we triumph was what he said last.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
But why would you want to triumph?
I want our goal to triumph is a just world where there is justice for the changelings. The winter is harsh. It is going to be full of monsters and venality. There's so much selfishness, so much selfishness in the world,
But there's
so
also a
much
lot of
power
beauty.
grabbing. Yeah, that's what we want to keep.
Do you like do you like strawberries?
Yes, not my
So
favorite,
you
but I do.
so you would keep strawberries?
It's not about changing the world.
No, 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 please. You would keep strawberries, right?
I,
Because you like them, you think they're beautiful. If you had all the fruits in a row, strawberries would be one of the ones that you would keep.
as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, it's cool. Strawberries doesn't hurt anyone.
There are people allergic to strawberries.
Terry, this is a stupid argument.
No, it's not. It's a metaphor.
It is. People allergic to are yeah, this metaphor doesn't make sense because the people who was allergic gets, shots that they're not allergic. They don't eat strawberries. Eating strawberries and justice and crimes and selfishness, using other people, setting people up to death isn't the same thing.
I mean, it's not exactly the same thing. I understand what you're saying, but like I said before, you want a just world, but what is just? It's just how you view what justice is. Someone else
Terry,
will view it
I view it
elsewhere.
because I take responsibility to lead. If people doesn't take responsibility, they can just step aside. We're just gonna let our people die so because we want everyone to be keep arguing about what's strawberry and apples?
I think it's good that there are people like you who want to fight for their justice. But I don't know. I get what you're saying, and I don't have an argument against it, but it just doesn't feel healthy.
It'll be healthy for the world, maybe not for me. They're coming close to the mountain. Does Terry has any more questions?
I mean, she has a couple, but she's not gonna ask those because, like she said, she doesn't want to ruin this moment.
Jarek says, "You sure you're not going to ask the questions?" As if
Yeah,
some magically he knows.
yeah, I'm sure.
I'm curious. I give you a blank check.
We just agreed that we would try things and we would take things slow. You and I are both very different, and we both know that. We already are in an argument over what we feel is right and what is wrong. And you are absolutely right. You are one of the people leading New York now, so your right is more right than my right will ever be. I don't want to I don't want our new beginning to immediately turn into arguments and problems. I just I just want to be with you. So if there's any question that I want to ask right now, it's more about you than about things that, have happened over the past time. The rest of it will come later, if ever.
And you ask questions about me. I don't have any questions. I already know many things.
Oh, what do you know?
Well, Terry, you and I know that we're both curious. I didn't set people out there to watch you, but I ask around. Or maybe I made people ask around at what you were doing. Or if you were safe.
Squire?
No, Squire had other duties. But I am proud of you for ending or helping the end of the life of that.
I don't want to talk about that. Please.
He shrugs. He thinks that Terry is having a hard time with a chopped head and not because of a friend, because he doesn't think that Terry was friend with that guy. But yeah,
I can't believe you said people after me.
I didn't set people after you. I just use people to ask questions about bunch of people that people already ask questions about.
I mean, in all honesty, I'm even more frustrated with myself for not finding this out.
Here you have a bar. You
I
don't
mean,
check
yeah,
everyone that comes ins and out.
maybe I should.
Maybe you should.
She
I
actually kind
think
of
you
laughs.
should. I think you should.
Yeah, well. So, how are you doing? How are you holding up? That's what I want to know. Are you okay? You lost your brother? Friends? Are you able to move on? Are you able to mourn them? Have you been able to, or have you just been throwing yourself at work again?
It is hard to move on. It is hard to do things time to time. But day by day, I got better. I keep learn. There are much more important things.
They're not. Well, I mean, yeah, there are. Ah, fuck. There are, but there aren't, you know?
I'm a person who keep gets better by helping outsiders or those who needs help.
That means just throwing your own
Just
feelings
because
in a
we
corner.
no, I know what my feelings are. It is because I feel better when I help,
I mean, that's
when I
fair, to be
know
honest.
what I want, when I know what helps me. I do those things instead of lashing out.
I'm not saying you should lash out. It's just, I was just wondering if you're okay, you know? I was worried about you.
I am better now.
Okay.
I am better now. As he raises the hand that is holding hers.
Yeah, me too.
They come in front of this. They come in front of the mountain, and there was this entrance in the mountain. It's a cave that has a door, and when you enter from the cave, you find yourself in a cave. It is neatly designed, though. The light is very strange. You can see everything around the place, and he says, "This is the temple
A temple of what?
where I usually accept those new individuals to the Flaming Falcon."
Oh, okay. Terry is
What does
kind
she
of
say?
said. She says okay, and she has that kind of look on her face, like you're not trying to get me in the flaming falcon, right? Like she just has that look on her face. She doesn't ask it or anything, but it's sort of like, okay.
Hmm. It's not something you can do without wanting. You willingly do what's necessary. If you want to join, I won't stop you.
I don't think that would be a decision I would be able to make right now. I might join a house. I don't know. It's right now. That's not the time. I just have things to, do.
Which house?
I don't know really.
It
I was
kind of
just
gives her a
thinking
look
about.
because if she says, "I don't know really," she means that. She may know something. So he's like giving her
Oh
that
yeah.
look like,
I was just, you know, after all of us defending that fort, I changed then, Alistair, and I just find myself at a crossroad now, like which path to walk. And I have always run away from responsibility. I never wanted a position. I still don't feel that I would be a great choice for it. But like you said, I want to do what's right. And if that means that I would pick up, I would try to become a squire somewhere so that I can help people better. I actually spoken with Donna about that. That's why she became a squire. And I can't really disagree with her on it. And when I hear you say, you basically say the same. And I am a sorcerer. I claimed that title. I should do what's right. I'm just not sure yet what that is. So I'm giving myself time to think about it. It's things have been hard the last few days, and the people that I normally go to for advice, well, you were not around, and Alistair will never be around anymore. So I was a bit lost. I
I
still
see
am.
that you
So
become friend with Donna.
yeah, I suppose you could say that.
He doesn't say anything.
I think I think we may have been friends for a long time. You know, I actually found my father, like my biological father, and it changed things as well. I need to visit him like soon and just actually speak with him.
He nods. I'm very happy that you did.
It just changes things. Everything that's been happening lately, it changes me, and I'm a little scared of it because you know, I've been the old Terry for so long, and now I need to find a new path.
Have you healed him?
I can't. There's no wound to heal. I'm thinking about going to someone maybe who knows naming, but I haven't done that yet. I first want to have that talk. I want to
Terry, can you give me
explain.
a quick perception alertness?
I know. And I also realized, let me just quickly roll willpower because he did ask a
Hello?
question and I did answer honestly. Hello?
Yeah, it
Are you
just
still
got a
there?
bit
Oh,
weirdo. So, what did Terry said? Can you hear
okay.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Mm, you asked me to roll something, and then I said I will roll willpower first because you did just ask me a question that I answered honestly. So let me
Okay,
just
go right ahead.
retrospectively roll willpower for that. I think this was my
Mm-hmm.
willpower. So willpower succeeded, and then perception alertness, right? You said.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 4 successes on the perception alertness.
Terry, how the fuck he knows that your father needs to get healed?
Yeah, she's just talking with him, and then she just stops and says, Have you been following me to my dad?
You told me about your dad.
I did.
Yes, you did.
I I don't think I did.
I'm sure you did, Terry. I didn't follow you to your dad.
So she's gonna use her Puka power now, because that's.
Hmm.
So let me see. That is.
Perception, subterfuge, or empathy.
Oh yeah. So that's gonna be perception subterfuge. Wow. When did I tell you about my dad?
What did you? What's your dice pool?
Uh,
Do you have
perception
10?
subterfuge. I have a 10 and
You don't.
two nines.
No, his willpower is 10.
Oh, I thought it. Oh wait, the difficulty is willpower. Shit. Yeah. No. Then I fail because there's a one there.
Yes.
Sorry. I mean, she's still gonna ask a question.
When we were talking about the family business,
Family business.
and I, yes,
I don't have a family business.
Terry, I told you about my sister, and then you told me about your family.
I'm just gonna roll a normal perception empathy because she just doesn't
Mm-hmm.
believe him. Perception empathy. 5 dice. Oh my god. I am not gonna.
That was for
No, I
another
only have
thing.
one
This is
success.
this is something else.
Oh, okay.
This is his person. You can't see his through his mask, but
Hmm.
he also says we break up over you using that power, and you want to use it again.
I can't remember what you're talking about. So yeah, sorry. I apologize. I must have been drunk at that point, I guess. I'm
She
sorry.
kind of like
She'll
drops
let
her
go of
hand
his
a
of
bit.
his hand. Yeah, she lets go as well. Sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I agree.
He looks very disappointed, but he moves on.
Jarek, wait.
He opens a door and he says, "Are we going in?"
Just 2 seconds. I promise you, on my own life, on my soul, on my own name, that I won't use that power again to you, on you. I promise you that.
He nods. And when you enter, because Jared will like basically enter himself after hearing that,
Yeah, she'll follow.
you will find yourself in this very strange place. Looks like an altar. And he will say, "This is where we usually do the entry." As you hear the water stream going down, there was someone who actually killed people here. We have some intruders.
Okay.
It's very sad, but we will find them. But people doesn't understand that this place is connected to somewhere else. There is a being here on that tomb, but you can't reach it here. It can't hear you, though it can hear you.
So was this like where the oracle was connected to as well?
Yes.
Huh.
Now, what people doesn't understand, there is a way to reach what I want to reach, the being. But we kept a small way or a shortcut to reach it when we if we ever need it. But after this, I'm going to collapse this road. If people have been able to find this place, they may be able to find the creature and maybe learn secrets.
So what kind of creature is it?
It's a statue.
A living statue?
It's trapped in a statue, therefore it can't do anything except granting wishes. Price, of course.
That sounds terrible. Can't you untrap it?
I don't think I have any intention to untrap that creature, Terry.
Oh, okay.
There's another door that you see that is open. It looks like a prison. And because you have a curiosity flaw,
Mm-hmm.
you can see that there's actually a
So,
she there.
okay. Terry will look over.
The she looks very regal. The she looks very regal and he narrows his eyes, but doesn't say anything. You don't
Who's
know the she.
that?
You know this she, by the way.
I don't, right? That's what you're saying. I don't know him.
No, no,
Okay.
you don't.
So she's gonna look at Jarek and she's gonna ask, so who's that and why is he here?
He is a someone that doesn't really matter. A traitor.
A traitor of the Flaming
He
Falcon?
betrayed. Yes, in our house. He was a stepping in front of the true way after developments. It's not something I can quite say easily. It's not my business. I also don't know a lot of things and why he was set the way that he was done, but I know that he is just there.
I see.
The should we enter then?
Yeah, of course.
He opens another door, which seems different. It leads downwards. And then when Terry steps in, he will get out of another door that is like 10 meters away from it. And
Hmm.
it will find herself in a different place. This place is very strange. It is under the mountain, and it has this creature. The glamour is radiating from him. It can't move. There's a bunch of trees around it. There are some symbols that Terry doesn't understand.
Hmm.
But
Do you
the
want me to
second
roll
that
curiosity? Because there's a way I can still understand the symbols.
go right ahead.
Okay, she's fine. She won't
I mean, does
immediately
she
cast
want
naming to
to?
understand what it says.
Jarek does approach to this creature, and when you kind of approach, you feel like there's someone watching you from every angle, and like attention of this creature is on you.
Yeah, Terry will follow Jerk, but she'll stay a little bit behind him and kind of like, just because it's very disconcerting when, you have that feeling that all eyes are on you.
Mhm.
She's just gonna reach out and take his hand again.
She'll hold her hand. The You hear a voice that comes from everywhere, all around you. And the voice says, I'm just about to read a thing, just a sorry. The voice says the Sheena, and you feel it's addressing you.
Hmm.
And then says, Stardust on the boots. That is Terry's true name.
Uh-huh. Very well aware of that.
Terry feels her attention is grabbed by this person, whatever this is. It is huge. Like it is like 25 feet tall statue.
Yeah, her grip around Jarek's hands is definitely tightening. What the fuck? Who's speaking?
Jared gives a reassuring nod to Terry.
Hello?
You hear the
How?
voice. Hello.
Who are you?
I am Godwin.
Okay, that name does ring a bell,
I
Bush. I just don't know
am
where it's ringing from.
fire. I am Earth, I am dreams.
Oh,
The Jerg says, Godwin, I have come once more to find an answer and to pay the price to achieve to achieve a goal. Our lands are haunted by Tulane. They killed many people, many changelings. This conflict is hurting many. This evil needs to go away, but I don't know how. The creature says, "You don't know how, as it's not given to you, or you're not meant to do what is necessary." The Jarek says, "You mean that I am not the one who will set the things into motion?" And the Godwin, again, Terry hears this from all sides. It was not meant to be. The voice, you realize, is it's come from a statue, therefore it's very inhumane. By the way,
mm-hmm.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The Terry can see that Jareg's unhappy with the answers.
She's gonna, like, squeeze his hand, standing a little closer to him.
And then Jarek says, I am willing to bear any curse or to pay any price to see changelings not suffer and to bring our goal, one that we're reaching thanks to you.
Those are really dangerous words. So, Terry's just gonna look at Derek and like, "Are you sure about this?"
Jared gives a look to Terry and nods.
I don't want to lose you too.
You won't. The the creature says one more time and says, "You sure? Why don't you repeat your words? I am willing to pay any price or bear any curse if it's only meant to drive the Tulane away and this reign of Sigwald."
I will stand with him. He shouldn't be the only one to bear that. I will stand with him.
Jarek smiles at Terry and holds her hand very more tightly than before.
She smiles back, but she definitely looks nervous.
A You sacrifice half of yourself to become something there was never ever before. I thought at the first that you never had something that you can sacrifice to earn this. But when you sacrifice what is very hard to find and easy to lose, when you sacrifice the pain of your heart, when you sacrifice the one's cause for sleepless nights, when you sacrifice that what keeps others going, when you sacrifice the basic urge that can be found in anyone, I will tell you. I don't know what is that, Godwin. I hate riddles. As he looks at Terry.
Oh god, Terry's mind is jumping to conclusions, but kind of in the wrong direction. And she's just gonna lower her gaze to like his pants. Is like, ah, er? I don't think I am. I don't think I understand fully. Like, did he just say that you should sacrifice your like lovemaking? She's, just looking and then back up. And I mean, there's like a hint of a smile as she's kind of trying to break the awkwardness here.
No, he didn't mean that. Can you give me a
Oh,
perception empathy?
okay. 2 successes.
There's a light bulb at Jared, his eyes. And then he turns to Godwin. You can't mean it. There has to be other way. And Godwin then says, I made my price known. Jared releases a deep breath and then turns to Terry. I found the answer.
Okay, is it bad?
He nods.
I mean, if it's that bad that you don't even want to tell me what it is, are you sure there's no other way?
It's not Jarek who answers. It's Godwin who actually answers, and he says, "There is no other way."
Then
Jerk's hand is holding Terry, and you see he has a tear in his eyes.
hey, look, don't worry. We'll figure this out together, okay?
His tears goes wavers.
She'll reach up because he's like, even though Terry isn't like, small or anything, he's, as a troll,
Mm-hmm.
definitely larger. So she's just gonna reach out and kind of wipe the tears away. Look, you don't have to do this if it hurts you so much.
I I sacrificed a lot of things, and I can't let it be.
You can't
I'm
let what
sorry,
be.
Terry.
Sorry for what? Come on, speak to me.
That moment is Terry feels a pain, like she hears this like voice, and she only moves a slight movement at Jarek's shoulder, and then in a very like lightning speed, she feels something in her belly, a pain. And if she looks down, she sees it's Jarek's hand, and it's holding a knife, and it's stabbing Terry while he is holding her and hugging her.
She does look down and then back up. What are you doing? Stop that. She's trying to, grab her own knife because.
The remember how we said like Terry's one hand was like holding his,
Uh huh, uh huh.
and he is like you try, but like he kind of pulls you in a way like he is hugging you while he has the knife between, and like it is hurting. And he says, "I am sorry, Terry."
Don't, Jack, don't stop. Please, please, we can find another way. As, she's at least healing a little bit.
The
She's gonna
it
try and
is
teleport
healing,
out.
mhm. And like you try, but like you kind of like you realize that like when you were like healing, he kind of like gives a like a last stab. I can't turn away. It is too late for Terry to cast whatever she's trying to do. It is not working as her soul is leaving the body slowly. What are the last thoughts of Terry? What are the last words?
Jesus. There's so much that I don't know. I think she's not saying anything. I think she's just staring at him, probably just saying his name one last time. Yeah, she is like she still has that look of disbelief in her eyes.
And he's holding her face and he's saying, "I apologize, I apologize, I apologize," over and over again. But the last thing she sees is, like the light at a tree, and it's like it's she's trying to keep her eyes open, but then it's like slowly fading, and she sees like birds flying around, but it finally darkens. And I think that will be the moment we end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, guys, for watching. See you next time.